Yo, this is Alex Plummer, man. I'm kicking it with my big brother J Ross, aka J Ross TV.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This your boy J Ross hanging with my dude, man. We go way back, y'all. And he in the Lou, y'all. You know, he MD'ing in for Jagged tonight at the pageant, and they sold out. You know what I'm saying? They got it. The whole tour sold out, y'all. So
sold out.
Hey, so don't call me. I ain't got no pool. If it wasn't for Alex, I'll be on the outside looking in myself. Hey, but anyway, man. Hey, Alex, like, what's the importance, man, of networking, man, as opposed to your gift?
Yeah, I think networking is a big thing.
Yeah.
It's bigger than your talent. I think that relationships matter, and you have to be careful with your relationships, right? And what I mean by that is you have to learn how to maintain it, right? You got to keep up with people. You got to keep up with conversations. You got to get back to people. And to me, like I said, I think that in certain perspectives that is bigger than your talent. There's certain doors that don't necessarily require your full talent. Sometimes it's just conversations, you know. So you have to network. You have to get in the doors. You have to talk to people because number one, God didn't put us on earth just to deal with one person. He put us on earth to deal with multiple people. You know, so whether it's in your gift, whether it's in your 9 to 5, whatever, you have to have conversations. You have to have conversations, and your talent and your stuff is the cherry on top.
Hey, Alex, what about cats like, say, from Atlanta? You know, some people you might even know. They'll come say, hey, man, Alex, man, I want you to put me on. And you'll say, well, man, I can't put you on. I already got my squad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when a MD or music director or the person in charge, they pick their squad, they comfortable with it, that's what they locked in with, right?
Right.
You know, so is there any way for the cats that's not plugged in to get plugged in or just stay connected?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think number one, it deals with character. There's a lot of good musicians with bad character. And when you're dealing with the road and the road life, you're basically building little families, you know? So when it comes down to that and people ask, you know, can I be put on? Yeah, you know, that's one perspective because you are great. But what's the other side of you that we don't know? So we have to spend time with each other. We got to have conversations. You know, we have to go through the school. I never forget the school that I kind of went through. I didn't get put on my first situation because I had to sit and learn up under somebody. I had to sit and learn and watch, go to rehearsals, go to, you know, soak up the knowledge first.
Right.
Right. Once you soak up the knowledge first, then there's steps and there's levels to get into the next place, and then by that time you'll be able to get where you want to be, and that's on the big stage.
So in doing that on your journey to make it to the big stage, you have to kiss a lot of ass, or what you call it?
No, it ain't kissing.
No, I'm just asking. What would you call it?
No, I think it's God ordained relationships. I think that I think He puts people in your life that are ordained for your order steps.
I like that, dog.
Yeah,
I like that.
You know, I think that's what it is. And if you're willing to be submissive to the people that he's put in your life, then you can go further, right? But if you go by your own will, your own mindset, you might not go as far as you think you might go. You know, so if God has put people in front of you or to help you get to the next level, understand that relationship. Understand why God put them there in your life.
Yeah.
To move forward, right? And sometimes that process might not be what you think it's going to be. It might challenge you. It might challenge your patience because you got to sit there and learn. It might challenge your conversation because you have to learn business. It might challenge. I mean, it's a whole school of things to learn to get that knowledge.
Yeah, let me ask you this though. Now, you've been doing it a long time. Like, do you still get that inner love or feeling when you walk out on the stage with the fellas, man, and this crowd screaming, the energy level on 100? You know, what that feel like for us who ain't never gonna feel that?
It does, man. That feeling is it's unexplainable, right? Because you got to think, number one, you have to remind yourself how grateful you are. Number two, you have to be humble in that moment. But then three, you also have to have fun.
Yeah.
And what comes with having fun is the feeling, the love, and etc. Because now you're giving the people what they want to hear.
Yeah.
And by seeing their reaction and enjoying the show and etc., you know that is the greatest reward from all the hard work, everything you've been put in. So to have that crowd screaming and this and that, man, that feeling is amazing, man. You put in a lot of work, time, effort, programming this, rehearsals, this, editing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when you get on that stage and they screaming, to all your ideas and this, man.
Man, you ain't never just wanted to jump out from your keyboard and just start crip walking.
Jay, I ain't want you to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, cause see, man, like people like me, man, we missed our opportunities, man.
Yeah.
And to see you up there doing it, man, I get so much joy in my spirit, man, to see my little brother putting in that work, man.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to glean from you what it feel like, so I can live vicariously through you, brother.
Yeah.
Cause I'll be up that mud twerking, clapping, all that.
Clapping is
Yes, I'll be backing it up, baby. Yes, sir. But anyway, no, we just having fun, y'all. Hey, y'all heard that background ambient noise, man? They doing whatever they doing. They getting everything ready for the night. So, but y'all know this is J. Ross TV. We call it Hood Rat TV. And I'm serious. Ain't nothing sterile about it, So you hear the ambient noise, that's what you're hearing. As long as Google don't pick it up and seal the algorithm and charge me for it, we good. All right, Alex. But okay, now here goes something. I think that's important. You tell me, because I ain't never been there.
Yeah.
Being on the road away from your wife and kids, man, what kind of, I don't want to say pressure, but what kind of, whatever it put on a relationship and your love, man, for your family?
It's rough. It's rough. I was telling my wife not too long ago that the biggest problem that I had was the guilt of always leaving them.
Guilt?
The guilt, yeah.
Explain that a little bit.
Because you wanna work, but then you have to leave to work.
Right.
So when you leave, you got to see their faces. You got to deal with the tears. You got to deal with your babies and dad, where you're going, and and then hopefully praying that you get back home, right? Because you always got to leave. It doesn't mean that you're gonna come back home. People,
My goodness,
a lot
dude.
of people didn't make it.
My goodness.
So to leave them, I'm like, dang, I feel bad to leave them, but at the same time, I gotta work. I think that also too. I think it comes down to communication. And understanding.
Yeah.
So having a wife that understands, and my wife definitely understands that we've been together since we were like 13 or something like that. So for her to be in this position as my wife and the way that the music industry is going and flowing, there's definitely understanding. That's because of conversation. Again, it's not perfect.
Right.
There's understanding that we can get through this. You know what I'm saying? As long as you come back home and I still do the things I need to do as a husband and as a father.
Hold on, I was gonna ask you about that, cause you on the road, everybody screaming your name, y'all, millions of throngs of people hollering. You got Gail throwing their drawers at you, all that. But when you get back home, you gotta take out the trash.
You still gotta do it.
She
don't care nothing about that, man. She don't care nothing about that. Get your big ass, get over there and take out that trash. You know what I'm saying? The baby's crying. Like, dang, I just got back from a 14-hour. You know what I'm saying? But
it humble you, man.
It humbles. But it's a good humble. It's a good humble. Because the road life can make you feel like you're something that you're not.
Yeah.
So when you come back home, you gotta get back in place. You gotta get back in place. Does it suck? Yes, you know what I'm saying? But it's also a blessing too.
Yeah, well, I got two more questions because I'm tired of holding this camera.
For sure.
First question is, as an MD, man, how does it affect your spirit, man, when you have to fire a friend?
Ooh. It affects me bad. It affects me bad because firing a friend, you don't want to lose them, right? But then there's also understanding that a friend will always be a friend, and business shouldn't come between that. Sometimes these situations don't allow, for that certain talent to still be around for that season. Everybody has seasons. And if you're mature enough or disciplined enough mentally to understand seasons in business, then it shouldn't be a problem. But I'm a people's person, Jay, so I don't really like letting people go because you also have to think about their financial situations, their family, those type of things. But again, I'm also not God at the same time. But business is business and seasons are seasons. But it affects me bad. It affects me bad. That's not something that I like to do, and I try to help more than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when the time comes, the time just has to come.
Yeah. Well, last question, though, I'm gonna let you bounce because they sound like they about ready for you in a minute. What about, being on the road, what's the key, in your estimation, of saving some money for a rainy day? Like when COVID hit, it caught a lot of people tripping. Mm-hmm. You couldn't eat your tennis shoes. Mm-hmm. You couldn't eat your beans or nothing like that. You had to have food and money. Mm-hmm. So what's one of the keys to putting up something for a rainy day?
Well, I say one of my keys is I give my money to my wife. The money I make, the baby here, you take care of it because she's way better at saving than I am. But you also, you know, that also comes from, you know, you're growing up. You know what I'm saying, and how you were raised and in your money. But I do know that for myself, I put at least, you know, 5 to 10% away for this, and then the rest goes to my family, and my wife takes care of mine. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I do my stuff, you know, because my money is her money and it's our money.
True that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, we're gonna let them roll, man, because it's starting to get time, starting to come up on time. He put in some work, y'all.
Yeah.
This your boy Jay Ross, man. We in St. Louis, man, with my dude Alex, man, my family, man. He MDing Jagged tonight, and just want to give him a shout out.